Good evening, everyone. It is good to have you with us here on KREM 2 News at 5 o'clock. I'm Tom Sherry. Mark and Whitney are off this evening. Well, we begin tonight with breaking news. A fire burning near Cheney has grown to at least 100 acres. Level 3 evacuations have now been ordered for more than 200 homes in that area. The fire is also threatening Interstate 90 and farmers' crops. Let's go straight to our Ian Smay, who's live near Cheney. Ian, what can you tell us about this fire?
Good evening, Tom. That fire is being called the Andrus Fire due to the name of a road near where it started. Now, the first reports of the fire came in around 11 a.m., and that fire has now grown to 100 or more acres in size, causing both local and state agencies to respond to the scene. Some of those units include Spokane County fire districts, crews from Lincoln County, and state agencies like the Department of Natural Resources and the Bureau of Land Management. There are also multiple aerial units fighting the fire, and at one point there were at least 7 planes, including large takers and 2 helicopters, flying overhead. One of the 2 larger aircraft did have to withdraw from the fight due to mechanical issues. Crews haven't had an easy time fighting the fire, which grew from 20 acres to 100 or more in just the matter of a few hours. According to DNR, that's due to the terrain and the wind.
We are utilizing aircraft, as you probably have seen, and trying to check the fire, but the winds are causing problems. It's switching into timber from the grass in the fields, so we're having those problems. We have people watching the weather all the time because that's a safety factor for us.
Luckily, Keller says there are no reports of any lost structures or any injuries. If anyone has cattle they need to evacuate from the evacuation zone, they are asked to take them to the Spokane County Fairgrounds. Keller also asks that people avoid flying drones in the area, as it will cause them to have to ground the firefighting aircraft. Now, we mentioned that numerous households have been evacuated due to this fire. I'm joined now by our own Casey Decker. And Casey, you talked to one of those homeowners earlier, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Earlier in the day, this all began with just a handful of level 2 evacuations, which means prepared to get ready to go on a moment's notice. But now, like you heard Tom mention earlier, we are up to 200 level 3 evacuations. That means leave now. It is time to get out or you will be in danger. Like you said there, I spoke with a woman who's lived here more than 50 years. Her home was just outside the evacuation zone as of around 3 o'clock. She had been called earlier in the day and told to get ready to go, but said at 3 that she hadn't been told to leave immediately quite yet. So they were getting their valuables together, important documents, pictures, things that, you know, can't be replaced, loaded up into their vehicles. She said she was really impressed with the work that the firefighters were doing and with this real aerial assault that they've launched. But at the end of the day, all she can really do is prepare, watch, and wait.
Horrifying, because the wind is blowing and it's blowing towards us, so it's not fun.
Now, of course, a lot of folks around here have livestock, and evacuating animals, well, that just adds another layer of stress to all of this. We saw these folks walking their horses down the road on the edge of the evacuation zone, and I saw some others trying to get their chickens ready to go. So typically what we see at these kind of fires is when these evacuations happen, it really forces people to take stock of just, you know, what is important to them. And almost everyone says it's people, it's animals, sometimes, you know, maybe a photo or an important keepsake. And now, we also learned just a few moments ago that a shelter has been established at the Medical Lake High School cafeteria. That's for evacuees to go to, so Red Cross is expected to be there on scene right about now. For now, reporting live on the West Plains, Casey Decker, KREM 2 News.
Thank you, Casey and Ian. KREM 2 viewers have sent us photos and videos of the fire today, and you can take a look at those photos right now. They're on your screen. Some show a large smoke plume visible from the South Hill. Another video shows planes grabbing water from Silver Lake to fight the blaze. You can send us your photos and videos using the Near Me on the KREM 2 app or by texting them to 509-448-2000. You can also text the word fire to that same number for the latest updates on the Andrus Fire. Well, we have an update now tonight on the Batterman Road fire that's burning down in Douglas County. At last report, it had burned 2,500 acres so far, and it is only 10% contained. Evacuation orders remain in place tonight for the area near Rock Island Grade Road. There have been no structures burned so far. That fire started yesterday afternoon, spread quickly through dry brush and grass. Crews have been working to build a fire line and to continue to protect homes in the area. Over the weekend, the Corkscrew Fire sprung up in Stevens County. Within hours, the fire burned through dry brush and threatened a dozen homes in the area. KREM 2 spoke with homeowners there who were shocked at just how fast a wildfire put their homes in danger.
I got a call from my wife saying there's a fire right down below our house. We live in pretty steep terrain, and came right home. By the time I got home, the fire had just jumped the road right below our house and was heading up the hill.
The fire burned one outhouse, got close enough to melt roofing tiles on some homes. This is your reminder that a brush fire can burn out of control within minutes, especially in these extremely dry conditions. So please be aware of fires that are burning in your area, and it goes without saying, don't start any new fires. And wildfire season brings evacuation notices with it. So we are breaking down what the 3 levels of evacuation mean here in Washington State. Level 1 means get ready to leave, and people should prepare to leave their location. Level 2 means get set to leave, and people should be prepared to leave at a moment's notice. And Level 3 means leave now. There is an immediate threat to safety, and people will not be allowed to return until it's safe during a Level 3 evacuation. Well, it has been hot